In this video, we're going to be discussing doing Riemann sums from the left and right. So we just learned about Riemann sums, which is the process of using rectangles in order to approximate an area. Now we're going to talk about the actual process for doing this by hand. So let's say we want to approximate 0 to 2 of x squared dx. So again, so remember this means the area from 0 to 2 of x squared. Right, so we can think about what this looks like. X squared is this parabola, and we're trying to find this area here. We're trying to do it using 8 rectangles. How wide should each rectangle be? Well, the main thing is you have these rectangles, and they need to span the width of the area that you're trying to find. And in general, you could do pretty much whatever you wanted as long as they cover the area. But in practice, what we're going to do is make the areas the same width. All right, it makes the process a lot easier. So how wide is this whole area? This is a width of 2 from 0 to 2. And we need to take this width of 2 and break it up into 8 equal rectangles, and that gives us a width of 1/4. So each of our rectangles is going to be a width of 1/4. And this is the very common practice to do. You figure out how long your interval is and just divide it by how many rectangles you want. All right, sometimes these are called subintervals, because we have a big interval, 0 to 2, and our subintervals are the little broken up parts to make our rectangle. All right, if you divide the width of the full interval by the number of divided rectangles, you get the width of each rectangle. All right, simple as that. All right, our full width broken up into how many rectangles we want. All right, so how do we decide how tall to make each rectangle? So we have this function. We have this first rectangle here. Should I make it that tall? Should I make it that tall? Should I make it that tall? Because there's that thing over there. All right, how tall do I make each rectangle? So the first method is called a left Riemann sum. All right, so it's a Riemann sum that we're doing from the left. If we use the left side of each rectangle to determine the height. So we have this shape, just to make it easy. Let's say we break it up into 3 equal rectangles. And we're going to use the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go up till I hit my graph, and that's the height of that rectangle. My next rectangle, I'm going to go up until I hit my graph, and that's the height of that rectangle. And the last one, go up till I hit my graph. That's my last rectangle. So these 3 areas are going to be my approximation. All right, but it's a consistent thing. I'm always using the left-hand side of that little interval to figure out the height. All right, in the other one, we just did left. It makes sense to do right. So we have the same kind of situation. 3 subintervals. Now my first one, I'm going to go up to the right-hand side and kind of do it like that. My next one, go up to the right-hand side of that interval, and then the last one, right-hand side. All right, and then again, these 3 rectangles combined is my approximation for my area. All right, so in this one, we're given a graph. We're going to approximate the given area using a left-hand sum. So this is the abbreviation we'll use to not have to write it out. A left-hand sum, so we're using a left-hand Riemann sum, and 3 rectangles. So how wide is our rectangle going to be? All right, we start at 0, and we end at 3. So our interval is width 3. And we want 3 equal subintervals, 3 rectangles, so each is width 1. So we're going to have width 1, 1 more to the right, 1 more to the right. And we're doing a left-hand sum. So on this first interval between 0 and 1, the left-hand side hits right there. So I draw my bar across, and that's my first rectangle. A little confusing because it's actually not a rectangle, it's just like a line, and that'll be important when we do the area. My next rectangle, between 1 and 2, I use the left-hand number 1. I'm going to go up until I hit my graph and go across and make my rectangle that height. And the last one, from 2 to 3. From 2, I go up until I hit my graph and go across to 3, and I go down. So what is my area approximation? Well, my first rectangle is width 1, and the height is 0. So that first rectangle has area 0. My second rectangle has width 1. They all have the same width of 1. And the height is up here, and that's at 2. So that one has area 2. And my third rectangle, width 1. They all have width 1. And this one also has a height right there, which is also 2. I didn't draw it perfectly, but it actually does hit right up there. That one's 2. So my approximation is 2. So my first guess for the area of this shape is 4, because I add together my 3 rectangles to get my area. Let's approximate this given area using a right-hand sum and 6 rectangles. We have a distance from 0 to 3, so that's a full distance of 3. I'm going to divide it into 6 rectangles, so each rectangle has a width of 1/2. So I start at 0, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. And for each of these intervals, I use the right-hand side. So the first interval, I use the right-hand side, and I hit my graph and go across. My second interval, right-hand side, hit my graph, make a rectangle. Third one. Fourth one, right side's already hitting the graph, so I'll just draw a line across. Next is 2 to 2.5, right side. And last one, right side. All right, so those are my rectangles using my right-hand sums, and now I just got to find all the different areas. So rectangle 1 has a width of 1/2 and a height of 1.2. Rectangle 2 has a width of 1/2. They're all going to have the same width and a height of 1. Rectangle 3, width of 1/2, height of 0.7. 4, height of 1/2, height of 0. 5, the height is 0.7. And 6, the height is 1. Right, so we have all these individual heights. That we can just multiply out. Right, and we add together all of these different things. Right, so we're adding all of these together. And we get our final area approximation. Let's see, that's 1, 1.7, 2.3. Right, so that's my estimate for the area. Of course, it's going to be not the right area because there's kind of bits I'm missing all over the place and some extra bits I have. Right, but that's my first approximation for that area. All right, so now we're just going to look at what happens if I've given an expression instead of a graph, but the idea is still basically the same thing. I'm trying to approximate the area from 1 to 3, so it's a distance of 2. I'm using 4 intervals, so each one's a width of 1/2. So I think about my number line. It's only 3, 4. I'm starting at 1. My next one's going to be at 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Very similar to the graph we just saw. We're using a left-hand sum. So these all have a width of 1/2. And now what's the height going to be? The height of my first rectangle, so I'll call it H1, is when I plug that left-hand value into my function. So it's 1 squared is 1. The height of my second rectangle, now I'm in the kind of this rectangle that I'm drawing, but the height's on the left-hand side. That's when I plug in 1.5 into my function, because that's when I would hit the function. So I just do 1.5 squared, 2.25. The third height, well, now I'm on the third interval here. That's when I plug in the left-hand side, that's 2. And the last height is, now I'm on my last interval, I'm using the left-hand side, so when I plug in 2.5. I get 6.25. Right, so, and then those are the heights. They're not the areas. So the areas are all of these times the width of the rectangles. So all these times 1/2. So my first area is 1/2. Let's write it as a decimal. My second area is 2.25 is the height. Times the width is 1/2, 1.125. The third area is going to be 2. The fourth area is 6.25 times 1/2, 3.125. All right, I add all this together. Let's say 3, 4, 6.5. No, whatever. We'll just add it together. 0.75. All right, so that's my estimate of this left-hand sum. So here's one for you to try on your own. All right, you're doing the interval from 0 to 4 of 2x. I forgot the dx. All right, dx. Using 4 intervals and a right-hand sum. All right, so go ahead and try that one on your own, and then I'm going to show you the answer in 3, 2, 1. And the final answer I got was 20. All right, so figure out they all have width 1. So every rectangle has width 1, and the height is when you plug the right-hand number into your function. So 2 times 1 is the first interval, second interval 2, plug it in, it's 2 times 2, third number 2 times 3, and so on. And you get final answer of 20. All right, so the summary is the width of each rectangle is found by dividing the full interval by the number of rectangles. These are also called sub-intervals. All right, so that's going to give you the width of the rectangles. We can use the left or the right side of each interval to create our Riemann sum. And when using an expression, we plug that value into the function to determine the height. So it's really what you're doing with a graph as well, but you don't have to do the plugging in part because the graph is given to you. So to find the height of the rectangle, you plug the appropriate number into your function expression.